Our inner circle and our secondary circle are the most important people who determine how far we go in terms of whether we use our time prudently or we mismanage it. So if you want to go far, one of the things that you will have to learn is learning to manage the people that are around you, your first circle and your second circle, very well, because what they say and how they respond to things you want to do and where you want to go have a high tendency of influencing you either to slow down or to speed up or to neglect or to consider. So very important that you, in managing your time, you deal with these areas very well. So if you want to redeem your time, manage your relationship very well and prioritize those relationships that seems to be pushing you forward towards where you want to go, rather than those that wants you to defend, and they take a lot of energy over you in driving towards where you want to go. So wrong association, it's a deal that you have to. Hello and welcome to Expansion Revolution Nuggets. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm excited today to continue the discussion on the principles of redeeming the time. Time is your most valuable resource. It can generate wealth, it can generate health, it can take you places where life wants you to be. So when you manage it well, you are managing the rest of your life well. But I want to spend, I think, the next three series dealing with one of the things that I think are very important to us, which is a principle of managing time wasters. In this life, if there's anything that is too dangerous for all of us, it's identifying the areas that are normally characterized by wasting our time. And I want to deal with three most powerful time wasters. I call them powerful time wasters because this has been seen by research to have a very strong dominant impact on individuals and have the probability of, redirecting you from your main course of life and delaying you and just wasting your time. Now the first one, and I don't know whether it is what we expect or whatever, but you will be so surprised that the first important time waster in our life comes from a place called wrong association. The people that we interact with in our life and we allow them to become our inner circle and our secondary circle are the most important people who determine how far we go in terms of whether we use our time prudently or we mismanage it. So if you want to go far, one of the things that you will have to learn is learning to manage the people that are around you, your first circle and your second circle, very well, because what they say and how they respond to things you want to do and where you want to go have a high tendency of influencing you either to slow down or to speed up or to neglect or to consider going far. So it becomes very important that if there is an area that we have to manage in regarding to how far we want to go, is managing people who are close to us. Now, you don't want, when you recognize that your time is already gone, to be living among people where you have to justify your decisions, where you need to convince people to love you, like you, and where people demand a lot of, have a lot of expectations on who you should become, how you should walk, what you should dress, and so forth. Sometimes a lot of those things make you feel not qualified to do certain things, and therefore you spend a lot of time experiencing a conflict in your mind of whether to do something or not to do something. In the process of that, you are losing your valuable time and you end up sometimes staying in one place because the associations that you are surrounded with are either pulling you down or either negating what you have to do. Now, get me right, friends are very important and family is very important, but you need the tools that you can use for you to be able to dissect properly when family is not providing adequate and authentic advice that can take you far. Or one friend seems not to be having a condescending attitude over you, or maybe not giving you a very strong objective advice on issues. Friends and family are important because they help us to go far, naturally. But all that I'm saying is sometimes people that are in our first and second cycle, sometimes they can delay our ability to go forward. So if you want to manage how far you are using your time, you need to be able to manage people in your close relationship well. And I think we have to say this. There are people who come into our lives and they have to be a time when they have to go out of our lives. We all don't like that, but I think you cannot keep everyone until you go to your grave. They are good friends, and sometimes it's not about cutting friends away. It is recognizing that their level of influence that they need to have on you now is not equivalent to the level of influence they had to you when you were still young. So manage that relationship well. Sometimes it is colleague. It's recognizing that they are your seniors, but recognize that their value system does not correlate with yours, and therefore you do not give them a more room in influencing your behavior and the type of values that you keep for yourself. So it's just about, how do you play your cards in people around your circle, and also developing a strategy of managing a relationship in such a way that doesn't push you back, but it advances you forward. I think there are also people that come into our lives that at a particular time we need to lay them off. It is important because you can't keep on trying to raise the dead. You can't keep on trying to keep people who are in your life. You are the one who is visiting, the one who is calling, the one who is helping, the one who is supporting, and they seem not to be interested in your life. And you spend more resources, more time, more energy thinking about people who don't even waste a quarter minute thinking about you and showing consideration on you. So very important that you, in managing your time, you deal with these areas very well. So if you want to redeem your time, manage your relationship very well, and prioritize those relationships that seems to be pushing you forward towards where you want to go, rather than those that wants you to defend and they take a lot of energy over you in driving towards where you want to go. So wrong association, it's a deal that you have to go. I want to close this by giving you an assignment. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to write all the names of people who are very influential in your life today. And after you've written all those names, here's what I want you to do. I want you to rate all of those people in terms of positive influence that they have in your life on 1 up to 5. 5 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, and see how much impact people have on you. Or maybe let's make it up to 10 so that you have a lot of choices to see those who are really not adding into your life. So make 10 powerful influencers and very good contributors in your life, and 1 be those that are not contributing to your life, just for the sake of recognizing who is really very important to you, who really shows up when you need them, and who really is helping you go far, as opposed to those who are parasitic and they keep on taking out of you and they are never adding value into your life. Let's manage people. You can't go far if you don't manage people who are in your life well. It is important. Please let us know how you feel about this podcast at oj@ojmatiba.com, and please like and subscribe to this podcast and to our YouTube channel. Let's see you next time. Bye-bye.